Hello, welcome to my channel, and today I will be doing my Champions League predictions. So in the Champions League, we have Bayern München and Real Madrid left in the semi-final, as well as Dortmund against PSG. The first game is Bayern München team Real Madrid. Real Madrid knocked out Manchester City to get to the semi-final, and Bayern München knocked out Arsenal to get to the semi-final. Real Madrid is obviously far stronger than Bayern München this season. Bayern München, people do say that they struggled in the Bundesliga this season, but that's not actually true. If you look at the Bundesliga, and let me share my screen here. There you go. There you go. You can see Bayern München is now on 66 points. How many games are there in Bundesliga? 34, okay. So, in Bundesliga there are 34 games. Bayern München is on 66 points. If they win 2 more, that's half of their games, they get to 72 points. Now go to last season. 72 points is more than they had last season. It's only 5 less, so let's say they win all 4 of their last games, then they're at 12, so yeah, then that's 78. So then Bayern München is at more than they had in the season before last season. So the idea that Bayern München is really weak this season is completely wrong. Bayer Leverkusen is simply having a great season. They have 80 points right now with 40 games left to play. But I don't think the Bundesliga has been won by 80 points in like half a decade. Yeah, almost half a decade since Bayern München had 82 points. The idea that Bayern is weak this season, completely wrong. This is their treble winning season, by the way, I think. Yes, when did the Bayern win? Yes, so this is their treble winning season. They only had 82 points. If Bayer Leverkusen win one of their last 4, heck, if they draw all 4, they've got 84 points, more than Bayern München's treble winning season. So the idea that Bayern München this season has been terrible, that's completely wrong. But they are not as their usual strength either. They struggled against a weak Arsenal team, and Arsenal is weak. Arsenal does not have European experience. People really underestimate how important that is in Europe. Arsenal was not ready to play against Bayern München. And still Bayern struggled. Arsenal took the game to Bayern, and Bayern couldn't outplay Arsenal. Now that's against Arsenal. Now imagine trying to do the same against Real Madrid. I don't think Bayern is getting through the semi-final, because the decider is being played at the Bernabeu. So Real Madrid can go to Bayern in the Allianz Arena, park the bus for 90 minutes, which they are very good at, then go to Bernabeu, play, and score a winner. So Bayern München, I'm sorry, I don't think you are getting through. I just don't think Bayern has the players to get through. They don't have the quality. They don't have Lewandowski anymore to score those clutch goals. Müller is getting old. All these players that we associate with the prime Bayern team are getting old. Meanwhile, Real Madrid has Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Joselu, who scores a lot of clutch goals. People really underestimate him. Jude Bellingham. So Real Madrid has just got those players who can step up in big moments. And I think that's the difference between Bayern and Real Madrid this season. And that is why I think, and Kane isn't a clutch player, by the way, he's never been a clutch player. I think Bayern are going to be put to bed by Real Madrid in the second leg of the Bernabeu. I predict 1-3 on aggregate. 1-1 at the Allianz Arena, and then 2-0 for Real Madrid in the Bernabeu. Now, the other game we have left is Dortmund against PSG. PSG is top of the league again as always, but because they are PSG. But more interesting is Dortmund, in my opinion. Dortmund, they have nothing left to play for. They are going to get Europe. I'm pretty sure they are already secured Europe. Yeah, they pretty much are. Oh wait, this is... Okay, no. Directly not... I thought they had way more points. Okay. Their season is... They are still fighting for Europe. I was wrong. I thought they had already qualified for Europe. Yeah, that might be more interesting than I realized. PSG is obviously fighting for the title in League 1. And let's look at that. How far are they ahead? Yeah, they've won the title. They're 11 points ahead. How many games are there? 34. So, they're 11 points ahead in League 1 right now. They don't have to worry that much about the league. Dortmund do have to worry about the league. The first game is at Dortmund. I tell you what, I watched both the games of Barcelona against PSG. I don't think that red card was deserved. And I think, without that red card, PSG crumbles and falls away against Barcelona. What Dortmund showed is the opposite of crumbling away. What Dortmund showed is they don't need a lucky red card that was never red to begin with. They don't need any one particular player to step up. They just will play together as a team until they get a goal, which they did against Atletico Madrid, and they ended up getting 4 goals against Atletico. PSG is very reliant on 2 men, which is Dembele and Mbappe. Mbappe is not good in Europe. No matter how many goals he scores in Europe, he is not good in Europe. Mbappe only scores in European competitions when the goal is no longer needed. You can say, well, he's putting teams to bed, but it's always the 3rd goal, the 4th goal. It's not the 2nd goal or the 1st goal. It's always 1 goal extra. It's not important goals that he's scoring. It's goals off a counter, which he's not going to get much against Dortmund. Like, Dortmund play a high line, but they're going to sit deeper against PSG. They aren't dumb. He's not going to have those same chances against Dortmund that he does in the Bundesliga. Now, if he was at Real Madrid, that's not a problem. You have Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo to service Mbappe. But Mbappe isn't at Real Madrid, he's at PSG. And Dembele is hit or miss. The rest of their squad just isn't good, except Hakimi. And Donnarumma has fallen off a cliff. Not just this season, last season as well. He is not saving anything right now. So I think Dortmund and PSG could both be going through. But I think if Dortmund wins the first game, they will go through to the final. If they do not, if it's a draw or even they lose, I think PSG advances. But to keep it more interesting, because I doubt many people will predict Dortmund advancing, I'll say Dortmund to the final and Real Madrid to the final. Now, the final is at Wembley. The last Wembley final was in 2013 between Dortmund and Bayern München. This time it's between Dortmund and Real Madrid. And Real Madrid, well, they're winning their 15th. There's not much to talk about. Compared player for player, the teams that Real Madrid and Dortmund have. It's night and day. Dortmund don't have a superstar. No, Marco Reus isn't a superstar, by the way, he's a choker. Real Madrid have players who have won the Champions League. I think Modric has won it 5 times, and so has Kroos. These are players on the path to winning a 6th Champions League title. What is Dortmund gonna do? They're gonna sit deep and try to counter-attack. Real Madrid is too good for that. They have Rudiger. They have Militao. They have Nacho. Well, Nacho. They have Carvajal. They have pace going back. And going forward, they also have pace. They have Vinicius. They have Bellingham, who is actually quite fast. I didn't know that until he joined Real Madrid and I started watching him more. They have Rodrigo. They have, well, not so much a fast player, but to break teams down, they have Bellingham. And, Modric, rather. They have Kroos to just break a team down. Camavinga, Tchouaméni. All of these players walk into the Dortmund team easily. Even the goalkeeper, which the goalkeeper that Real Madrid have isn't great because, of course, Courtois is injured. Even the goalkeeper, he might not be great, he's not terrible either. I just don't think Dortmund have in any way the quality to stand up to Real Madrid. And if Dortmund can't stand up to Real Madrid, and they could or could not advance against PSG, then I think it's really the same story if PSG advances. Which leads me to my final prediction. Real Madrid wins the Champions League 2-0 or 3-0, depending on if it's PSG or the Dortmund that gets to the final. That's my prediction for the Champions League. I'm also doing a Europa League and Conference League prediction. I'm doing that in a separate video because I think a lot more people will be interested in Champions League itself. But if you want me to do these videos together the next season, let me know in the comments. And let me know in the comments what you think about the games coming up in the Champions League. Until then, bye.